Now that we have an official announcement from Google regarding the Pixel 7, we can get an idea of what to expect on the upcoming device. Hi, welcome to Zgadgetreview. At Google I/O 2022, Google went ahead and surprised everybody by announcing the Pixel 7. They announced the existence of the device, the fact that the device is going to be coming out in the fall. I'm thinking sometime around October when the last Pixel device came out. And that was pretty much it. They didn't really give us a lot of information on what to expect inside the device, except that it's going to have Android 13, it's going to have a new Tensor chip, so I guess we can call it a Tensor chip 2, and of course the design of the phone is going to be different than the current design. But based on leaks that we have had before that were actually pretty accurate, based on the new information about the Pixel 6a, we can get some information and some idea on what the newest device is going to have internally. And if there's going to be huge differences between the current Pixel device, being the Pixel 6, and the upcoming Pixel 7. Let's start with the most obvious change, and that is going to be the design, starting with that camera bump in the back of the device. On the new phone, as we can see, is going to have a recycled aluminum casing, and this time we're going to have more of a definition when it comes to the camera lenses. Before, on the Pixel 6, for example, the Pixel 6 Pro that I did a review on, it was kind of hard to tell where the lenses were and the different sizes. By having this differentiation with that aluminum casing, it not only gives a different aesthetic to the device, but it also allows people to know what lens is where on the back of the phone. It also helps with the differentiation between the Pixel 6 and the Pixel 6 Pro. As you can see here, the Pixel 6 Pro will have clearly defined 3 lenses, while the Pixel 7 is going to have 1 lens, which in reality are 2. Also, we have the look of rounded corners. So the back of the phone is going to have what looks like an eye, I will say, on the Pixel Pro versus what looks like a pill shape on the Pixel 7. And that, of course, is going to become part of the language design of Android. And also it goes with Material U. Material U, which was introduced with Android 12, has a lot of rounded corners and like circle shapes. So I think that's kind of what they're going with, to have a more fluid design that not only goes with the physical device, but with the software. Same with the back of the device, we have some information that has leaked about what we can expect on those cameras. This comes from Zgadgetreview. I'm sorry if I'm not saying that correctly, but he tweeted that we will most likely see the same optics on the Pixel 7, 7 Pro, and Pixel 6, 6 Pro had. Sensors might get some optimization, rest of the magic will be done by software. Now, it is a good guess that the cameras are going to remain the same, if not, as the tweet says, a little bit tweaked. As we know, Google is one of the kings when it comes to photography with their devices, and most of that magic usually happens via software, not necessarily via physical lenses. So it wouldn't be crazy to think that they will launch some new special sauce baked in the camera software, even if the cameras remain the same. Sticking with the cameras, another thing that we know is going to change is the camera software. And one of those things is thanks to the new announced Pixel 6a. With the Pixel 6a, we know that there's going to be what they're calling the Magic Eraser 2. And one of the things you're going to be able to do is change the color of items in your picture. Now let's move on to the front of the device. Here's where we may see some more changes, starting with that punch hole camera. Some rumors suggest that Google might actually move into a under display selfie camera, kind of like what the Galaxy Z Flip 3 does, where you actually have the screen where the punch hole camera is, and it looks like there's no camera there until you're actually ready to take a picture, and that's when the little selfie camera appears. Now, there are, of course, some drawbacks with that. A lot of people weren't very happy with the selfie camera. And one of the reasons was because whatever layer they're using there to create that effect of not having a camera kind of mess with the quality of the image. So if Google was to do that, I will hope that they will use something better than Samsung did. Then I will say stick with the punch camera as it's been because it works well. And let's wait until that under display camera technology gets better before bringing it forward on a device. Now, more information on the difference between the Pixel 7 and the Pixel 7 Pro. It says the Pixel 7 might actually be a little smaller than the current Pixel 6, meaning that the Pixel 7 Vanilla, as I'm going to call it between the regular and the Pro, might be 0.1 inches smaller. So the Pixel 6 right now is 6.4 inches, making the Pixel 7 6.3 inches. The Pixel 7 Pro is going to remain the same, that being 6.7 inches. The display is expected to be OLED and to continue doing the 90 Hz refresh rates for the Pixel 7 Vanilla and 120 Hz refresh rates for the Pixel 7 Pro. What about that under display fingerprint sensor? Well, as we know, last year's fingerprint sensor, under display fingerprint sensor wasn't the best. I even said it on my review. It has gotten better thanks to software updates and it performs a lot better than it did before, but still wasn't the greatest. And now we know that the Pixel 6a is going to have a better and improved under display fingerprint sensor, meaning that we can expect that new fingerprint sensor on the Pixel 6a to arrive on the Pixel 7 as well. Now let's move on to the internals. As we know, the device is going to have the new Tensor chip, and they didn't provide a lot of information on what the big differences might be between the current Tensor chip and the new Tensor chip. But we can guess that the new Tensor chip is going to probably be 4 nanometers to 5 nanometers. And that, of course, is going to have improved AI and image processing, as is one of the big features that Google touted with the new Tensor chip. What can we expect about pricing? What can we expect about this device and pricing? Well, that's where it gets good, because Google right now has had the best selling Pixel phone in the history of the phones that they have made before. So much that they have gotten the 5th slot when it comes to mobile sales in the US. And I know you'll go like number 5, but it is a huge deal. Okay, for Google. So it will make sense that Google will stick with that pricing that they had on previous devices. And if you're not aware, the Pixel 6 was available for $599, while the Pixel 6 Pro was available for $899. Now these are cheaper devices than the cheapest Samsung device on the Galaxy S line. I'm not talking about the cheapo Samsung devices. If they continue with that strategy of undercutting Samsung on the pricing of their devices, then I think that they can grab a bigger market share. How do I feel about what I've seen so far on the Pixel 7? Well, I like it. I like the new design. I like that aluminum in the back. I like the fact that the camera bump looks like it's more part of the phone than it did before. I do like that 3-tone color scheme that they have come up with, and now they're adding that extra little pizzazz with the aluminum in the back. It also looks like that aluminum backing protect the camera more as well, because if you have that aluminum casing on top of the glass, that means that if you drop your phone or something, that will be more protected and it wouldn't break the camera so easily, right? Because also if the camera is recessed into the case of the aluminum case, then that lens is going to be protected as well from scratches and breaking. So that to me adds a little more security to the phone that you're carrying around. I am looking forward to hearing all the details, to seeing exactly what it is that this phone is going to have. But hey, it is good to maybe have an idea of what we can expect when the phone comes out based on all the information that is out there about the upcoming device. How do you feel about the new design? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you prefer that it was a little different? What is it that you're expecting on the upcoming Pixel? Let me know in the comment section. That is it for me. Go ahead and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Go ahead and hit that bell so you can be alerted every time we have new videos. Thank you very much for watching.